My reading really sucks. I need help with it a lot.
I had attended a school function with his mother for one of the other children, and after the event, she had to go to a meeting regarding Lee and his difficulties that he's been having with spelling and reading. And first I intended to sit quietly in the corner and say nothing, but I couldn't help but hearing some of the labels the school was placing on Lee. And I didn't like what I heard because I know Lee and I know he's a very bright young man and has a lot of potential. And at that point I made a commitment to myself inside as well as a commitment to Lee that I was going to dedicate my time to help him over the summer. I talked to Lee and tried to gauge how interested he was about trying to better himself, and he blew my expectations out of the water. It was very clear at that time that this little boy wanted to improve himself. That's when I hit the web and started doing web searching, trying to match his deficiencies with some potential services or products that were out there. And by the grace of God, I feel I came across Camelia Sadiq's site.
Well, one day she was just looking on the internet and she found her. My mom and Troy were having problems with money, and I'm all fine. I'll just ride a bike down here because I want to learn.
Try to read at least the first line.
Supart,
Supporters.
From his
No.
as ears. Differs.
Is that a B or a D?
Differs.
Diverse.
A. Out. Ing. Grouping as the Pope. Every school that I went to, they always say that I'm never gonna get caught up with my reading, and they give me the homework like the rest of the kids, and they don't help me. They just say, here, let's do this time.
I couldn't believe how perfectly what Lee needed matched what Camelia had to offer. The progression that I saw in him is just, it blew my mind. By the end of the week, yesterday he was reading things off of the TV to me, reading his own soda cans and anything he could see, road signs, and boy, to see a little boy's world open up was just, it's amazing, something I'll never forget.
He is an athlete. Pete's body excretes fluids when jogging. Pete is not a discreet person. I've tried everything that's possible in my 12 years of learning. I've tried the hook on phonics, that doesn't work. I've tried...
What was hooked on phonics? What did they give you?
It was a big old square box. It had tapes, it had game cards with words and tapes, and it just doesn't work because they tried that with they tried that with me for a year, and that didn't work. And this is like the only thing that's worked so far.